Audio test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio test.
Scared featured on the amazing sound of scoreboard with Lindsay stays there from the Guthrie Baseball.
Good afternoon and welcome to Chandler, Oklahoma. Coming to you inside Mark Howard Park. It is day 2 of the Mark Howard Memorial Tournament. So glad you have joined us here on this Friday afternoon for Guthrie Blue Jay Baseball. Today, the Blue Jays take on the Lindsay Leopards. Lindsay out of Class 3A take on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays 6-5 overall. Lindsay 3-6. Both teams come limping in here today. Both teams lost yesterday. Guthrie was down by a very good Noah ball club, and that final score yesterday was 6-3. And Lindsay yesterday was defeated by OCS 5-3. There was 4 games yesterday, and both Lindsay and Guthrie both played in the close games yesterday as the Blue Jays take the field. We'll get to them here in just a matter of moments. Bring in Tony Wilson. Join me here day two of this Chandler tournament. Lindsay comes in. Losers are 4 in a row. Blue Jays have lost 4 out of 5, I think it is. So both teams really want to get going here today.
Yeah, they do, and both, like you said, both teams were in good ball games yesterday. OCS picked up a couple late runs and held on 5-3, and then Noah Guthrie forced that 2-1 lead, then unfortunately gave up 6 there in the 5th to a very, very good Noah team.
Yeah, Noah, the Northeast Oklahoma Association of Homeschools, that's the acronym NOAA for them, and they play a little bit later on tonight as they will take on OCS. The one game before us was a pretty darn good one as PC West gets past Bethel by 1 run. So PC West will await the winner of this ball game between Guthrie and Lindsay. The winner of this game will play PC West tomorrow at 12:30. The loser of this ball game will play Bethel in the breakfast game at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Again, the winner side of the bracket, 3 o'clock today, OCS taking on Noah. And then at 5:30, the host team here, Chandler, will take on Washington.
Chris, I'm not so sure if the wind's blowing harder today or yesterday.
That's the only debate to have here at this ballpark, is the wind blowing harder today or yesterday, because it's always going to blow no matter what. We do have overcast skies here today. It looks like it's going to rain, but I don't think it's in the forecast. I know you're close on the barometric pressure all the time, Tony Wilson.
The further we get into closer to Sunday, the more chance it's going to rain.
Chances increase on Sunday, then really get going. Monday we got like a string of 5 to 6 days of rain chances. So
over 50%.
Yeah, so we'll see what that brings here. But we got baseball today. Defensive lineman today for the Guthrie Blue Jays in the outfield from left field to right field is Brody Hinkle, Marcellus Owens, and Evan Kowalski gets the start in right field today. On the infield from third base to first base, Austin Gilbeck, Jackson Waddell, Bryce Robinson, and Ashton Hartley. Blue Jay catcher once again today is Zach Poplin, and on the mound is left-hander Nolan Gagnon. We'll get his numbers here in just a little bit, but if you can see through the net through our camera, the Blue Jays are wearing the throwback jerseys of 1989. The only state championship year for the program was in '89, and they are wearing those jersey tops.
I thought that was the old 89ers uniform there for a second when I was looking around.
First pitch at 12:38 is in there for a called strike 1.
I don't like being 8 minutes behind, Chris. It doesn't do me good for a tournament.
Especially after yesterday he played 2 hours and 26 minutes. 0-1 pitch, ground ball to Jackson. Got to get rid of this one quickly. He does, and makes an easy 6-3 play on the leadoff hitter, Garrett Standridge.
And batting second baseman number 11, Jack Holden.
With 1 out to bring up the Lindsay second baseman, number 11, Jack Holden.
That's what you like to see from Gagnon starting out, Chris. 2 strikes to get the call, first pitch strike to start ahead in the count, and then got the easy ground ball for the first out.
Nolan, a sophomore, left-handed thrower. Good fastball, good off-speed stuff, as well as his first pitch to the second baseman is upstairs for ball number 1. Nolan 2-2 this year, started off 2-0, lost his last 2 games to Duncan and Norman North.
Two formidable opponents.
Yeah. 23 hits allowed this year, 18 runs, 13 of those have been earned. He struck out 22, has walked 6, ERA at 6.50. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Swing and a miss. And we'll see how the Jays go offensively today. They've seen some great arms to begin this season. Duncan's got 2 or 3 good arms. Norman North, we saw their left-handed pitcher. He's going to Seminole State next year. Then Noah threw 4 top-notch high school pitchers yesterday. We'll see what Lindsay offers here in the home half of the inning. As the pitch is upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I believe I saw a young man throwing in the bullpen. It's a lefty.
Lefty. The 2-2 with 1 out. Down the middle, called strike 3.
He knew it too.
Yeah, he sure did. That was right down the middle. Not sure what Holden was looking for. There were 2 strikes, but
number 12,
it was
Nick Goucher.
that pitch, and so that'll bring up the shortstop, number 12, Nick Goucher. Goucher bats on the right side. Nolan kicks and delivers the first pitch of the 3-spotted lineup is a swing and a miss. So Nolan off to a good start here in the top half of the first inning. Hoping the computer is behaving. It's glitching a little bit on me. Can't have any glitches going on. First pitch skips across the dirt to the backstop for ball 1.
The producer's on it.
We are dropping a lot of frames, so I'm guessing that's what it is. So we might need to pause it and come back here in just a second. There's a pitch fouled. Nolan ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Might have put the wrong output setting on there. Obviously, if the dropping that many frames. So
Did you bring a tripod today?
Nah, I kind of like this view. It's easier to set up too. 1-2 pitch is fouled off. So here in a second, if the stream stops, we will be right back, I promise.
Strikes are the name of the game right here in the top half of the first for the Jays pitching.
Next pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stream will stop, but we'll get it going here pretty quickly. Hopefully for the end of the start of the bottom half of the first inning. Should be a rather quick fix, hopefully.
You and I are baseball traditionalists, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would think so.
Check out those drawers that character's wearing there at the plate. Are those the new style Nikes, or what are those? They don't have any elastic in the bottom.
Yeah. Ball down low, ball 3. Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
No, not at all. And they're cut, too. Seems like they're cut on the side. Ball's popped up and out of play. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This is kind of a battle here. It's probably close to 10 pitches in this at-bat.
Nolan's 3-2 is down low, and the inning will continue.
Base on balls, bring up pitcher number 9, Drake Jones.
Well, the audio's good, and the pitcher's coming through, but we are dropping tons of frames. Probably has no effect on the outcome. It doesn't look good on our side. There's a ball hit down third base side, but foul, and looked like it was bouncing in a few ways, like it might thought about going into fair territory, but stays foul the entire way for strike 1. Fun part of the year, baseball tournaments, Major League Baseball spring training, NCAA basketball ongoing, NFL draft talk. He got it picked off. He's going to keep going. He's going to get into second base, he being Goucher. Picked off, but once you're picked off, just keep on running and hope for the best, and the best turned out well for Goucher.
Man, some good hoop games last night, huh?
There was some good ones.
What about those Wildcats?
K-State, and I saw that one last night, held off the Wildcats.
Yes. I tried to bet my mom that the Wildcats would win that game, but she wasn't having any part of it.
There's a swing and a miss, no balls and 2 strikes on the starting pitcher today for the Lindsay Leopards, the Drake Jones, jersey number 9, bats on the left side. Tony's telling warming up on the left side in the mound, so throws left, bats left.
A lot of foul balls here in this top half of the first.
I was talking with Coach Porter earlier, and Noah had some quality at bats with fouling off several pitches. Guthrie did as well, but man, Noah fouled off a lot of pitches yesterday. Nolan set for the 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's off speed, and it is strike 3. Nolan collects 2 strikeouts in the inning. Lindsay gets a base run, but they leave him at second base. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base, and we'll stay right here. Again, the stream might stop for just a second, but we'll bring it right back. As promised, we are back, although it's not as fast as we were hoping to, but we are
Courtesy
there.
runner for the Jays, number 34.
Courtesy runner for the Blue Jays is Cole House after a one-out double by Nolan Gagnon. As you see on your screen there, Blue Jays are on top 1-0. How did the Jays get there? Well, Marcellus Owens led off the ball game, the home half of theirs, first with a base on ball, then he stole second. Then as he stole third, the ball got into the outfield and an error was charged to the catcher, and that allowed Marcellus to come home and score. And after that, Bryce Robinson grounded out to the shortstop, and now we see Nolan Gagnon get a double, and that's how we resume here with Jackson Waddell coming to the plate. The Blue Jays shortstop today, batting in the 3 spot normally, falls down to the number 4 spot. Blue Jays shortstop, 2-year starter on the gridiron. Actually, I guess that would be 3-year starter on the gridiron for the Blue Jays. First pitch is down low for ball number 1. So a good start for the Blue Jays. Again, 2 runs last Friday against Norman North, 2 runs yesterday against Noah, against very good pitching, but Blue Jays on the scoreboard here early trying to get things going. There's a base hit into left field. Jackson Waddell and Cole House will be held up at third base. So the Blue Jays will have runners at first and third, 2 hits in the inning.
Chris, I was looking at that before the pitch was thrown, and the third baseman's about 3 feet in on the grass. That could have been an easy steal situation there. And maybe the ball gets to the outfield again for another run.
Blue Jays 2 hits against Noah yesterday. Excuse me, 3 hits yesterday against Noah, and already 2 hits here in the first inning. Here is Ashton Harley, today's first baseman for the Blue Jays. First pitch he sees is down low for ball 1. Ashton enters the ball game hitting .286 on the season, has 6 hits. All 6 of those have been singles. It does have 2 RBIs. RBI number 3 stands at third base. Again, 1 out in the inning. Runner at first will take off. Jackson Waddell will have the stolen base. So 3 stolen bases here in the first inning for the Jays. Now Ashton has 2 runners in scoring position. Left-handed pitcher Jones set, comes home. Pitch called a strike.
So which one's which one's the best of the 2 brothers today in black?
The umpires, yeah, I didn't even know they were brothers. I'm not sure if I know who they are, to be honest with you, personally. There's a called strike.
I heard the name yesterday, and
At Oklahoma
it just
City?
slipped me. Yes.
Okay. Is technology challenging day for me today?
Can you send a text yet?
There's a ground ball to the second baseman off his chest. Cole House will come home and score. It's an RBI ground out for Hartley.
How about him, number 21? Third baseman, Austin Gellenbeck.
That's a good at-bat for Ashton Hartley. It's a ground out, but he brings in another run. Just a ground ball on the right side. No, it just shows you don't always have to get a base hit to have a quality at-bat.
Nothing fancy, just effective.
First pitch to Austin Gellenbeck is a called strike. Austin is today's third baseman. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, now batting .400 on the season. The streaming computer messes up, and now I still cannot send a text message. Ball's outside.
Maybe
I can send a photo and I can send a GIF, but it won't let me text. It won't let me.
Do you need me to text someone for you?
Well, no, but I like to have the option of texting. I mean, this is $4,000 phone, and $200 payment a month. There's a base hit up the middle for Austin Gelbeck, and it's an RBI base hit as Jackson Waddell comes home to score the third run of the ball game for the Blue Jays. They're on top 3-0 here in the first inning.
Now batting for Guthrie. Right fielder, number 17, Evan Kowalski.
Did you try closing out the tab?
Yeah, I've turned it off twice, and I've done a hard reset. I hit text.
Do you have an Apple?
I do have an Apple.
That doesn't happen with an Android.
I'm flustered right now. Evan Kowalski's at the plate.
You mean you need some help over there?
I'm getting help now. I don't know what I'm out of ideas. Evan takes a pitch as stealing second base is Austin Gellenbeck, and stolen bases are now 4 in the inning for the Blue Jays. 2 by Marcellus, 1 by Jackson, now 1 by Austin.
I wonder what the school record is in a half inning.
A 1-1 pitch to Evan, swing and a miss. Evan yesterday had 1 hit. It was a big double, but he was left stranded on the bases. Evan yesterday finished 1 for 3. Also had a base on ball. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. There's a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Gellenbeck touches third, and the ball gets past the center fielder. Evans going to go into second as the Blue Jays plate another run. They're on top 4-0. Evans not stopping. He'll go all the way to third base, and a 2-base error by the center fielder, and the Blue Jays plate another run.
That one just got under the gate, if you will, Chris, and rolled out there, and the right fielder ended up having to retrieve that one.
4 hits in the inning for the Blue Jays. Back-to-back singles by Austin and Evan. Blue Jays still have another runner in scoring position. At third base, Zach Poplin, Blue Jay catcher, at the plate. Zach yesterday did not bat as he was hit for yesterday. In the batting lineup today, the next pitch is in there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, we talked extensively yesterday about the different lineups that Coach Casey Porter's trotted out there, and today's even a different one than yesterday.
Yep. Blue Jays still without their starting center fielder. Also, usually when he was in the lineup, clean was in a 4 spot, so everything has to readjust. Jackson I don't think he's been in the cleanup spot yet this year, but having to fill that spot in today. Zach behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitches upstairs. Two balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, it looks like that would work.
I wish you people could see what I could see.
I'm about to see my phone go 300 yards. Swing and a miss, Zach down on strikes, but a great inning for the Blue Jays as they send 8 men to the plate and they score 4 times. They do that on 4 hits. Nolan had a double, Jackson had a single, Austin had a single, and Evan had a single. After 1 inning of play, Guthrie 4, Lindsay 0. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
When you're hungry, here's a little trick. Jump in the car and head to Golden Chick. When it's gotta be great and it's gotta be quick, you gotta get your tenders at Golden Chick. Golden Chick, for the best chicken, you know what to do. Golden Chick, sides and rolls made fresh for you. Golden Chick, just 1 bite and you'll forget the rest. The original and still the best. Golden Chick.
Welcome back to Chandler, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Jays played 4 in the bottom half of the first against Lindsay to take a 4-0 lead. 4 stolen bases in that half inning for the Blue Jays. swiping everything they can find on this windy, overcast afternoon here at the Mark Howard Memorial Tournament. Chris is here, but flustered because his $4,000, $200 a month iPhone cell phone is not functioning properly, so I'll help him out. I don't mind. Leading off for Lindsay's going to be the third baseman, number 22, Caden Newey. Pretty easy half inning in the top half of the first for Nolan Gagnon. Did walk one, struck out two, got out of it with no runs scored. Here's the first pitch in the top half of the second, is down and away for a ball. The wind does blow on the hill, and it is blowing today at probably 25. Overcast skies. Didn't get a game time temperature today, though. I was kind of disappointed in that.
I don't think I can. I don't think I have to type that in, so I can't pull that one.
Oh,
up.
wait a minute. Let me see what let me see if my Android works to get a temperature.
Yeah.
That's ball 2. 2-0 the count here on the leadoff man for the Leopards. In the second anyway, leadoff man.
Game time temperature is 71 degrees, by the way. Winds out of the south at 18 miles an hour, gusting at 29. I don't have to type that in. That is the weird. I mean, and then my iPhone specialist here is helping me, and we go to Google and try to type in GuthrieNewsPage.com or whatever, and I can't even. My keyboard's not working there either.
Do you think that it's going to be a leadoff based on balls? By the way, that'll bring up for Lindsay the DH number 20, Caden Olson.
Oh yeah, there's a baseball game being played.
How about for Lindsay number 20, Caden Olson?
Second base on ball, Nolan has allowed.
I have a question. Is there something that could possibly be, since you restarted your phone, your computer, that they could be trying to intertwine with one another?
Surely not.
I've seen that happen before. I wonder if you could send a iMessage or something from your computer. You don't have to look at me silly.
Go down to second. Not into. Well, this cell phone and this laptop have been like brothers. They're together all the time.
But have you restarted them both together? We just had to restart the laptop, right?
Right.
And you've been resetting it, a hard reboot on your. Now you've got the real cell phone expert after it.
Yeah, it'll be completely broken here in a second. Next pitch from Nolan's upstairs for a ball.
This is comical, folks.
I am flustered. That was a good word.
Flustered.
I can't concentrate. Jays are winning 4-0, so that does help. 1-2 pitches outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
What have we known each other, 15 plus years?
Yeah, I'd go there.
I don't think I've ever seen you this discombobulated.
That's another good word. All the adjectives are correct today. 2-2 pitch.
Woo!
Just misses that. Count now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nolan won with that pitch, you can tell.
By the way, I was glad to know that you and I weren't the only two that had questions about the strike zone last night. We'll just leave that at that.
We had that confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. 3-2 pitch. Yes. Ball 4, back-to-back walks. And that's going to be frustrating as a pitching coach, Tony, as your team goes out, scores 4 runs, and then have a 4-0 lead, and then the second inning start off with back-to-back walks.
Well, especially in the position of the order, Chris, these guys down here in the lower, not disrespecting anybody in the lineup, but you like to think that they're a little bit easier targets than the first 2, 3, and 4 guys.
Bunt shown, pulled back, it's ball 1 as Lindsay looks like they're going to try to bunt the runners over to second and third, give up the out, and we'll have time here, and Coach Casey Porter will come out. We saw this yesterday a couple times with Evan Kowalski. It has nothing to do with your arms up here, your knees down here, your follow-through's not here. It's
the 6 inches between your ears. Yeah. Especially with a 4-0 lead after 1.
You know what? I need Casey Porter to come up here and talk to my phone. That's what needs to happen.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Casey Porter to the press box, please. Casey Porter to the press box, please.
I wouldn't put it by you.
Could you please somehow figure out how to fix Chris Evans' phone?
I mean, the city of Guthrie is basically shut down right now. The city's paralyzed. I can't reach out to them right now.
Oh, heavens.
If any big decision needs to be made, I'll throw my opinion at them.
I'm going to start tweeting out Chris Evans is MIA. GMP.
I can't use a voice text.
Hey, wait a minute. I have a better question. Oh, okay. I see what you said. The city. Now you meaning the city of Guthrie is shut down?
Well, they can probably get by a few hours, but
No. Oklahoma City shut down. How are they getting their news source for North Edmond?
yeah,
for North Edmond.
For North Edmond, yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at first. Set bunt shown. Bunt put down, and it's just foul. I'm not sure Zach still sees it.
What is he? What in tarnation was that?
Zach saw the bunt and said, "Yeah, there's the ball." I guess it was. I mean, it did stop. It wasn't going to roll any fair, but he didn't pop up like it could roll fair.
Looked like he was playing a game of freeze tag or something.
Like you're the pitcher, come and get the ball yourself. Kind of that weird look.
He has the same look about him as what you do with that phone.
It's like if I keep touching it, it'll just automatically start working.
Actually work.
Blue Jays picked a second, close, but back in safely is Newey.
Well, I tell you what, the Jackson could have been there in time. That's an easy pick.
There's a bunt. Nolan's only play will be first base as Bryce goes to second. Now they got a runner in between second and third. Now they just run at him. And now Bryce will throw to Jackson, make the tag there, and the runner stays at third. So a big base running error will be a double play on a 1-3 putout. Or excuse me, a 1-4 putout for the first out, and then a 4-6 out on the runner overrunning second. 2 outs, runner now at third base. In the 8th spot in the lineup, Cade Belleville is the left fielder at the plate, batting from the right side. Nolan's first pitch is a swing and a miss by Belleville. Belleville? Is that what you went with?
What in tarnation was that?
This whole atmosphere needs a hard reset. Swing and a miss.
I'm doing good. I don't know. You guys are the one that need the hard reset. Everything's groovy over here.
Phone's being reset. The computer's being reset. Base running errors. No balls, 2 strikes. Nolan trying to get the Jays out of the second. Pitch upstairs.
Yankees are getting beat.
Well, that explains everything. Yankees, Red Sox. We'll see that 85 more times this year on ESPN.
I've attended one of those games.
1-2 pitch. Pop foul.
I'd say that was a pretty good one to be at, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was that 2015.
I believe so. 14. I'm going with 14.
Nolan's 1-2 pitch popped up on the infield in foul territory. Jackson, Austin give chase, and Austin comes in with the catch in foul territory, in the inning comes to an end.
No errors.
Couple base runners for Lindsay, but one of them out on the base pass for Lindsay. There were no runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll move to the home half of the second inning. Blue Jays on top 4-0. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
When you're hungry, here's a little trick. Jump in the car and head to Golden Chick. When it's gotta be great and it's gotta be quick, you gotta get your tenders at Golden Chick. Golden Chick, for the best chicken, you know what to do. Golden Chick, sides and rolls made fresh for you. Golden Chick, just one bite and you'll forget the rest. The original and still the best. Golden Chick.
Leading off for the Jays, left fielder number 1, Brody Hinkle.
Home half of the second inning. Blue Jays got 4 runs on 4 hits in inning number 1. Brody Hinkle will lead things off, and then back to the top of the lineup with Marcellus Owens and Bryce Robinson. Yeah, I have no keyboard on anything. Twitter, Googles, Facebooks.
I'm telling you, there's something with your computer that is affecting your phone. I'm just telling
I have
you
three
right now.
keyboards. English, emoji, or English.
I'd take the English one.
First pitch to Brody, in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch just misses for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brody yesterday 0 for 2 with a walk. Couple of strikeouts on the day. Trying to get things going here. 1-1 pitch is upstairs for a ball.
Maybe I could try to text you.
Oh, I'm sure I can get it. I just won't be able to respond. I can do a voice text, but I can't do a type. 2-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Okay, I just text you.
You say hello, like you're Lionel Richie, and I still can't. 2-2 pitch, called strike 3 on the outer edge, and Brody's down on strikes. Brody struggling offensively. See if he can get things going here in a little bit. We go to the top of the
Back to the
lineup.
top.
Marcellus Owens.
Center fielder number 3, Marcellus.
Marcellus was busy to lead the home half of the first. Walked, stole 2 bases, come home, and scored on a throwing error.
We saw
Jay's first
Marcellus's speed yesterday have the same effect with him stealing a base and another throwing error. Actually, it was off the sacrifice, I believe it was.
Yep. It just looks like a baseball player. Good, carries himself well. Had a great at-bat that gave the Jays a 2-run lead, an RBI base hit after he fouled off 2 or 3 pitches yesterday. The 0-1. Shows bunt.
That's trouble.
Third baseman in on it, Newey.
No chance.
Has no chance. Even if he fields that, Tony, I think Marcellus would have a good chance of making it.
You know, Chris, I don't know that you saw as much of that game yesterday that with the PC North third baseman and all the tough plays, we'll call them, that he had. I feel that the Lindsay third baseman is in same equal territory.
Runner on first base with the 1 out. Bryce Robinson to the plate. Bryce grinded out to the shortstop. Pick over to first base. Marcellus is back. Bryce entered the ball game, batting .324, 11 hits on the season. Another pick over. Marcellus was leaning towards second, but dives in safely at first.
Have you noticed that pickoff attempts for lefties, a lot of times they just try to look at home and then throw over?
Yeah.
And if they look at first, they're going home. You ever notice that?
Like right now, he's going home because he's looking right at him. We call that a tendency. Snap throw to first. Marcellus back, standing up. So if you're Marcellus and he's staring you down, first movement gone?
I would with his speed. Maybe you can get him to balk.
1 ball, no strikes. Marcellus, good jump. Ball's off the glove.
He can get there.
Marcellus
He can
in
get
at
there.
second. A big turn at second. Marcellus is headed to third.
Easy.
He's easily
Look
in
at-
there.
Oh. That one almost got through the wickets of the third baseman. Now this backstop here at Mark Howard Park, Chris, used to be deeper, but it's still pretty deep.
Yes, yes.
So, I mean, used to it was easy to go first to third on a pass ball. It wasn't easy for me in my playing days, however, but no, for Marcellus, it's simple.
2 balls and no strikes. Lindsay will give up the run, and Bryce bunts that one on the right side for strike 1.
There's that small ball again we talked about yesterday. Trying to tack on another run, and just your job at this point is get the ball down. Looked like it was merely a safety squeeze. Marcellus didn't break on the pitch, so.
Just a ground ball to second baseman would make it a 5-0. There you go. Ground ball, second baseman up with it, but Marcellus will come home and score for the second time in this ball game. The Jays now have a 5-0 lead.
Don't you wish you could talk to your phone to get it to work that easily as you did a ground ball to second base?
I just did a second hard boot, so maybe this will.
You want me to put the yama 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 on it?
Turn it sideways, will it come up like as your screen launch?
RBI, ground out, bring up pitcher.
2 outs in the inning.
Number 11, Nolan Gagnon.
Nolan Gagnon to the plate. Today's starting pitcher doubled and scored. First pitch he sees is just inside for ball 1. One ball, no strike. Swing and a miss. Now I got to talk to people if my text message ain't working.
Boy, that's troublesome. Talk about out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike for Nolan Gagnon.
I can't wait till you get a text message from your wife and you can't reply.
Then it's like I'm ignoring her.
Right. And it's her birthday.
And it's her birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way. Is she born yet?
Yeah, I think she was an early morning child.
I thought you were looking at the time, but you have one of those fancy Apple Watches, don't you?
Like
Hey, can you reply on it? Is there a keyboard that pops in?
Yeah, voice. You can do voice on the watch, but you can't text.
Oh.
You can text on a watch? This is Gadget Friday, by the way.
Tutorial day at Mark Howard Memorial Tournament.
Send one to Tony. There's a swing and miss. Now my producer's messing pitches. That's a foul ball straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, well, scribble. Yeah, that's different. Oh, yeah, that's cool. 2-2 pitch to
Old
Nolan.
people in technology, ladies and gentlemen.
Ball down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Pretty good discipline right there by Nolan not to offer it that one. Looked like he wanted to take a hack at it, but held up.
Jackson Waddell on deck. The 3-2. Little ground ball to the first baseman. Easy play for him. He'll step on the bag, and the Jays are done in the second. But Blue Jays back on the scoreboard. 1 run, 1 hit. There was one. Lindsay Aaron. Nobody left on base. We move to the top of the 3rd inning. Blue Jays 5, Lindsay 0. This is Blue.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.
5 runs on 5 hits. They take advantage of 2 Lindsay errors. And now Jays go back defensively. Back to Nolan Gagnon on the mound. And you must be the best luck ever because the wife is listening today. She told me to be careful.
Happy
She must be it must be you. You got to just join me on all the broadcasts so I can have at least one listener. Nolan's first pitch of the 3rd is high and tight for ball number 1.
Be careful. Good stuff.
It would be you to get me in trouble.
I didn't get you in trouble. I was trying to keep you out of trouble.
Oh. A 1-0 pitch from the southpaw. Swung on, fouled straight over us across the street for strike 1. Not sure we'll see the sun today. I think we'll see a lot of clouds in the next several days. Rain in the forecast beginning tomorrow. A 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike, but nice, comfortable weather. You don't have to worry about a sunburn and still be able to watch some good baseball.
Did you see the University of Oklahoma's making a special announcement Monday morning, 10 a.m.?
I saw it. New president coming on board. 1-2. Called strike 3.
No chance. He's got a bender.
He's got a bender. Back to the top of the lineup, so Lindsay has seen Nolan Gagnon one time through the lineup, and here comes Garrett Standridge.
Center fielder number 6, Garrett Standridge.
Standridge grounded out to Jackson to begin the ball game. Nolan picks up strikeout number 3 on the day. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, smoked foul for strike 1. Any idea who the new president is? The inside scoop?
Yes, Joe Castiglione. Bob Stoops, the new athletic director.
That would not be crazy.
Probably not going to happen, but
Strike one.
I mean, Mr. Castiglione has had great success at the University of Oklahoma.
Yes.
Yeah. They probably want somebody, a credentialed president, when you say?
Yeah, probably. A prestigious type deal.
Although President Bourne, he didn't have, what was he? He's on a board of directors or board of regents?
Yeah, of course, longtime politician. There's a swing and a miss, and Nolan will pick up back-to-back strikeouts on the Leopards.
Throw it down just in case if they're not sure.
Jack Holden comes to the plate, the second baseman, a strikeout victim back in the first against Nolan.
Jack Holden.
Again, Nolan has lost his last 2 starts on the mound, trying to get back in the win column here today. So far, so good, as his first pitch comes to Holden. Down low for ball 1. Nolan got some quality mound time a year ago, expected to do the same for the next 3 years, counting this year. The number 2 pitcher, the Tuesday pitcher, if you will. District games for Guthrie, Monday, Tuesday. Evan, your Monday pitcher. Evan, your Tuesday pitcher. So he can pitch quite a bit today and have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off and come back on Tuesday. 2-0 pitch. It's down low for ball 3. Actually, Blue Jays will not be in district play until a couple of weeks. So there's a called strike. So Nolan can throw as many as he needs since there's no district games next week. And there might not be any school here coming up shortly beginning in April. And it really looks like there will be indeed a teacher walkout. I don't think they'll be able to. I would depend on the legislature to get anything done in 1 week, although they've been working on it for
They're not there
2
today.
or 3 weeks. Yeah, they took their normal Friday off. Nothing to see here. Base on ball. Holden will go to first. Jays almost had a 1-2-3 inning, but not to be. Nick Goucher to the plate. Shortstop blocked after a lengthy at-bat in the first inning. OEA with another 45-minute press conference this morning. Listen to that on the way down. There's Goucher. That's a stroke into left center field. And it's going to be down for the first hit for the Leopards, touching second base and hitting the third. He'll hit third and come home. Goucher will take second. He wants a triple. And the ball's cut up by Jackson. Thrown to third is not in time.
Sure looked like he missed the bag at second.
Stand-up triple for Goucher.
RBI triple for Goucher. We got number 9 pitcher, Jerry Jones.
So what looked like a promising third inning with back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs, and then the old dreaded base on ball comes back to hump Nolan as it's an RBI triple for Goucher. Now Drake Jones comes to the plate, today's pitcher, swing and a miss for strike 1. Pitch is up and away for a ball.
I think Matheny's umpiring today. He's got all of his stuff like he's calling balls and strikes.
Nolan set, delivers. Off-speed pitch in there for a called strike.
There's your iPhone, man.
iPhone malfunctions. I'll explain, trust me. After this pitch, hopefully. Nolan's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Jones is down on strikes for the second time today, and the inning comes to an end. Lindsay on the board with their first run and their first hit. No Blue Jay errors and 1 man left on base. 2.5 innings completed here in Chandler. Blue Jays now on top 5-1. Timeout. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
When you're hungry, here's a little trick. Jump in the car and head to Golden Chick. When it's gotta be great and it's gotta be quick, you gotta get your tenders at Golden Chick. Golden Chick, for the best chicken, you know what to do. Golden Chick, sides and rolls made fresh for you. Golden Chick, just one bite and you'll forget the rest. The original and still the best. Golden Chick.
Leading off for the
Blue Jays back to the plate. Here in the home half of the third inning, 4, 5, 6, Jackson Waddell, Ashton Hartley, and Austin Gellenbeck scheduled to come here in the third. Jackson Waddell single, stole the base, and scored back in the first inning. Will lead things off. Jackson entering the ballgame, hitting .517 on the season, now with 16 hits on the year. As he roped one to left field, he shows bunt, pulls it back for ball number 1. Newey, the third baseman, came crashing in. Newey guarding the line and in on the grass.
I think there's yet but one thing to do if Jeff Matheny doesn't get this figured out. Facebook SOS. We were going to send one for the tripod yesterday.
We need a GoFundMe page, probably.
Is that a 10X? iPhone X?
No, goodness, no.
No?
2 balls and a strike to Jackson. Pitched upstairs for ball 3. I'm usually 1 or 2 series behind. What's that, an iPhone 7? That's a 6? I got a 6. Pitch is fouled back by Jackson. 3 balls and 2 strikes for the Blue Jays shortstop. Lefty-righty matchup, the pitch. Low ball forward. Jackson's on base for the second time. Ashton Hartley will come to the plate. Ashton had an RBI ground out to the second baseman to aid that first inning for the Blue Jays. Again, Guthrie 4 runs in the first inning on 4 hits. 1 run in the second on 1 hit. Jackson Waddell at first. He stole second his last time he was on the base pass. Watched ball 1 upstairs, does Ashton. Wind blowing right to left. And sometimes straight in. 1-0 pitch. Nope, a pick. Jackson picked off. He'll keep on running, though, and he'll get into second base. We've seen that once for Lindsay. Now we see it for Guthrie. Picked off and just keep on running and hope for the best.
What are we looking at over here? What happened?
I'm not sure. I didn't see what that was. One ball, no strikes. Jones, the pitcher, delivers. It's a called strike.
Well, he sure turned around quick and hollered dugout. Coach Porter's down there. I don't know what happened.
Not sure a player said something shouldn't have said or the wrong tone, but Coach Casey Porter down there getting it all figured out and fixed, I would certainly assume. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Ashton leaned over. Didn't really put the bunt out there, but leaned over like he was going to bunt, but really never showed that he's going to bunt, and takes it for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Ashton swings and misses that one out front, and not a good at bat there by Ashton. It's the first out of the inning. Jackson still at second base, and here comes Austin Gellenbeck.
How about third baseman number 21, Austin Gellenbeck?
Austin singled, stole a base, and scored in the first inning. Austin with 3 hits on the year. All 3 have been singles. Gets a second look here at the left-handed throwing Drake Jones. First pitch is in the dirt. Catcher Kessler keeps that one in front of him. Jackson retrieves back to second base. 1-0 pitch inside. Again, the Blue Jays with the throwback uniforms, the jersey tops. Those are the jerseys Jays wore in 1989. Well, not the exact jerseys, the different cloth, if you will. A lot lighter than they were in 89, that's for sure, but that's the way they look. Jackson trying to steal a second base, and he'll do that sliding in to third base. Blue Jays won the state title in 1989 down at L. Mitchell Park and got a ride, an escort back for graduation. They got to graduate in their uniforms. That was a cool. Those Blue Jays defeated McAllister that day, and Austin McAllister will get a visit. Head coach Casey Ford. It's a quick visit over in the third base dugout. Austin will come back.
Maybe you're connected to Bluetooth. Maybe something you're connected to Bluetooth.
I told you.
Please don't let that be true. Please don't be true.
Yeah, maybe in that
2 balls and a strike. Just so there's a ball foul. Matheny.
Whoa.
Matheny, that's right.
No, hold on. Whoa, wait a minute. Timeout.
Ball popped up into the outfield. Center fielder comes in, Stanridge, and will not be able to get to it. Jackson, late start at third. The throw at the plate is not in time as the ball gets past the catcher. Jackson scores, and moving up to second base is Austin McAllister. So Austin Gellenbeck with a base hit as Jackson comes home to score. It's an RBI for Jackson as well. And the Blue Jays lead is now back to 5 runs, 6-1. Already in the third inning, we have our Guthrie News Page player of the game, Jeff Matheny. Thank you.
What?
MVP of the tournament.
All tournament team. There's a ground ball by Kowalski to the third baseman. Newey looks at Austin, then makes a throw over to first base. Austin will go into third base. 6-3 put out.
Gosh.
Gellenbeck.
He gets
again,
all the credit.
Move able to
Give me
third.
a break.
Oh, life continues.
Now batting number 16, catcher, Zach Poplin.
You know what, Tony? If it was the offset Bluetooth, that's what probably was messing up my streaming computer. There's a bunt by Poplin, and it will not be. Oh, the first baseman dropped the ball.
Wow.
McAllister will come home Gellenbeck will come home to score. It's going to be an error on the first baseman, and the error will be a costly one. It will be allow a run to come in.
Number 1, Brody Hinkle.
Gavin Bryson will be the courtesy runner for the catcher spot. Blue Jays with their second run plated here in the third inning. Lead now 7-1. 2 outs, and Brody Hinkle comes up to the plate, and he has a pep message here by Coach Casey Porter. As he enters the box, Brody, a strikeout victim back in inning number 2. Struck out twice yesterday, also drew a walk yesterday. Brody entering the ball game, hitting .267 on the season. 8 hits, 2 doubles. Just on a little bit of a funk right now, trying to get out of that here, and what a good time to try to get out of one. Up 6 runs, really not a lot of pressure on him right now as he fouls that one off.
Got a lot of movement in his at-bat, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's watch that. He's got a lot of body movement back and forth.
Just need some confidence. Just whether it's simple, a hot shot somewhere that, just want to put the bat on the ball hard somewhere. Watch that pitch outside, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jones set at the chin, delivers. That pitch is off the plate for ball 2. Marcellus Owens on deck for the Jays. Marcellus has had a quality game so far. 2-1 pitch upstairs for ball 3. Brody's the 6th batter to come to the plate here in the third inning. Lefty-righty matchup. Jones set. Delivers. It's ball 4. Brody's on base. First and second for the Blue Jays. Top of the lineup we go, Marcellus Owens.
Coming back to the top of the order, center fielder, number 3, Marcellus Owens.
Marcellus is 1 for 1 with 3 stolen bases and 2 runs scored. Marcellus had an RBI base hit yesterday as well. In yesterday's 4th inning, also scored a run yesterday. First pitch swinging, fouls that one back for strike 1.
The Wi-Fi was on.
Bluetooth. Oh, you got, yeah, we got Wi-Fi too. I don't want to mess with anything now. 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher, and that should do the inning, and it will on the 1-3 put out. Jays are done in the 3rd, but back on the scoreboard as they pick up 2 runs. They do that on just 1 hit. There was 1 costly Lindsay error. And the Blue Jays leave 2 on base. They left 3 on base through 3 innings. 3 innings complete here on day number 2 of the Chandler Tournament, Mark Howard Memorial Tournament. 7-1, Jays on top of Lindsay. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
When you're hungry, here's a little trick. Jump in the car and head to Golden Chick. When it's gotta be great and it's gotta be quick, you gotta get your tenders at Golden Chick. Golden Chick, for the best chicken, you know what to do. Golden Chick, sides and rolls made fresh for you. Golden Chick, just one bite and you'll forget the rest. The original and still the best. Golden Chick.
Top of inning number 4 we go. The Lindsay Leopards at a Class 3A baseball have lost 4 in a row. Enter with a 3-6 record. Jays on top right now by 6 runs, 7-1. Tony Wilson, Chris Evans with you. Producing today, Kel Evans. So all the ball strikes where everybody's on base, it's all pretty accurate today. And I mentioned before, it's usually me trying to do all the computer, all the scoreboard, and all the talking, and it's a nightmare. First pitch of the 4th inning. Nolan swing and a miss from the 5 spot in the lineup, Caden Newey. Newey walked and stole a base in the 2nd inning. Be nice to have a little 1-2-3 inning here. Nolan faced 4 the last inning, despite giving up the run. Lindsay got their first run and first hit in the 3rd. 1-1 pitch from the southpaw is down low for ball 2. Again, this is game number 2 of today. PC West defeated Bethel by a run in game number 1. There's a swing and a miss again by Newey. After this ball game, scheduled for 3 o'clock, first pitch is OCS and NOAA. Private school versus the home school.
Who has the highest tuition?
Yeah, I had the nice little trip back home. I was trying to. I'm going to go with OCS with the higher tuition, I think, on that one.
Probably so.
Newey with the strikeout.
How about DH number 20, Caden Olson?
5th strikeout recorded for Nolan to bring up Caden Olson, the designated hitter, walked in the 2nd inning.
There's the aforementioned Jaguars making their way in now.
And then at 5:30. Good small town baseball. Chandler taking on Washington.
Everybody banging into our chair.
There's a ground ball. Bryce Robson, well, not fielded cleanly. Still have a play, though. Will make the play at first base. And we saw Bryce not able to field it cleanly a couple times yesterday. Cost him 1 time with an error, but was able to save 1 error as he regrouped, as he did on that play there. Knocked it down, kept it close, picked it up, and got the base run out by a few steps. That'll bring Taryn Kessler to the plate. Right-handed batter. The first pitch is in the dirt, and Zach Poplin, Cardinal rule. And Zach can play every spot and has had to move into the catcher spot, and ball was in the dirt, and he turned his body and Umpire stops the ball, and that's
Not good for the umpire.
not good for the umpire.
Speaking of umpires,
As long as we learn a lesson here, not let it happen again, we'll be okay.
did you do truly realize we're in the presence of greatness, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I got to put on the uniform a time or two. Never I had anybody carry my bags in for me.
That's because you're not Jim Perry.
1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. I mean, man, I was like, I know
I thought
Matheny
Matheny was
umpire, and then
umpiring
I saw
today.
how huge the bag was. I well, that's got to be Jim Perry's bag.
He's got
Brought the living room sofa with him. Swinging to miss, strike 2.
every conceivable get up you can think of as an umpire. I bet. I bet he even has a pink shirt.
2
Yeah.
or 3 maybe.
There.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And it's a 1, 2, 3 inning, although Zach Hoffman didn't know how many outs there were. 2 strikeouts recorded for Nolan. We're halfway through this one. If we make it
Lindsay goes
7
through
innings,
3 down,
Jay's on
and the
top
fourth.
by 6 runs, 7-1. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Who's the black guy?
Leading off for the Blue Jays, second baseman.
My
number 5.
classmate, Terry Bennett, he's the pitching coach. Pitched at Connors.
Terry Bennett?
Pitched at Connors, finished at the UCF. Took us 65 minutes to get halfway through this one here on a Friday afternoon. Lower 70s temperature-wise, wind still gusting up near 30 miles per hour. Drake Jones gets set to take on this Blue Jay lineup here in the home half of the 4th inning. It'll be Bryce Robinson, Nolan Gagnon, and Jackson Waddell.
How about a 4 spot and we just call it good?
What a 2 spot.
I think that replug me.
Oh, not hearing you?
Yeah, I got you now. Thank you.
I'm not sure what that is. It's been doing that lately. I think it's the headphones.
We get the people come in that really don't know what's going on because we need a 4 spot for the run rule. He says, how about a 2 spot?
I thought it was
There's a shot in line, foul by Bryce.
We don't want to have to play another half inning, right?
heck no.
We went 226 yesterday, right? Try
226.
not to go 226 today.
No, that's bad.
It's not good for business.
Bryce Robinson, 0 for 2, but did have an RBI ground out. Ball's in the dirt. A quality at bat. Scored that run in the 2nd inning as he's able to score Marcellus. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce. It's outside for a ball.
I knew it.
Bryce Robinson can catch if needed. Josh Raines can catch if needed. Josh Raines will be a good catcher in the future. Just a freshman, and when you have Kowalski and Nolan Gagnon throw, that's hard to be introduced to high school baseball with those 2 pitchers. So he's working on it, but I think he will be the future spot in there. Just a little too young right now.
Pretty interesting outing by Kowalski yesterday. Had, 14 walks and 16 strikeouts, I think?
Yeah, as Bryce draws the walk there. Evan yesterday, what was it officially? Evan, 11 strikeouts, walked 5 and hit 1.
New league records.
But Bloom struck out 6 and walked 7.
Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher.
Coach out
Noah.
of the first base dugout. Indeed, we will have a new pitcher. We'll talk about that. We'll take a timeout here. Runner on first base. Nolan Gagnon will be at the plate when we return in a 6-run ball game. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
When you're hungry, here's a little trick. Jump in the car and head to Golden Chick. When it's gotta be great and it's gotta be quick, you gotta get your tenders at Golden Chick. Golden Chick, for the best chicken, you know what to do. Golden Chick, sides and rolls made fresh for you. Golden Chick, just one bite and you'll forget the rest. The original and still the best. Golden Chick.
Brendan Fuller, the new Lindsay Leopard pitcher. He'll replace Drake Jones. A lefty for a lefty here in the home half of the 4th inning. Guthrie on top 7-1. Jay's got 4 runs in the first. They got a run in the second, 2 runs in the third. And Bryce Robson over at first base. Guthrie scored in every single inning, trying to continue that here in the 4th inning. Run rule is 8 after 5. Time limit is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Our first pitch came in today at 12:38. Nolan Gagnon to the plate. Nolan doubled and scored in the first inning. Grounded out to the first baseman in his last at-bat. Nolan can help himself out on the mound. Nolan entered the ball game hitting .400 on the season as he sees a strike called. Nolan with 10 hits on the season. A double and a home run have been the extra base hits. Sun trying to come out. 0-1 pitch to Nolan. Up and out of the zone for ball 1.
He's another one of those that didn't quite figure out the pause.
We got a quickie.
We had a quickie.
1 ball, 1 strike. Fuller.
That's a ball.
He's flirting with it.
He's more than flirting with it. What in the world? Have we
Bryce
got
Robson
there?
caught in between first and second, and Lindsay can't get him out, and Bryce will.
Did we have a missed sign, maybe? I mean, he's kind of looking at the plate like, hey, man, aren't you supposed to protect me?
What's the balk rule? What's the word for it?
Discernible.
Discernible, absolutely. 1 ball, 1 strike to number 11, Nolan Gagnon.
That's a ball.
That's not discernible.
No, it's beyond discernible.
That's anti-discernible.
Yeah. That's just flat. That's running the stop sign.
2 balls and a strike. That was closer. All fouled.
Oh, about hit the blue barn.
3 balls and a strike.
It's in the blue ball.
Or excuse me. Is it 2 balls, 2 strikes? 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes?
Cool.
What'd you say?
Jim's asked what was in the blue ball. Give me an offer.
He can't. The blue barn has its own Facebook page, Chris.
Are you serious? That blue barn?
Yeah.
Ball foul. I heard you guys talking about the blue barn. I thought it was some other establishment somewhere in town.
No, really, right there in the blue barn.
I thought it was some other establishment also.
Well, on my phone, I can now punch it up and look at it now, thanks to our MVP, Jeff Matheny.
It's a Coach Howard original structure. We had to leave something.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Quality at bat here by Nolan. See if he can get on base and a throw over to first base. Bryce with a short lead over there. Stands up after taking 2 steps in. No up close photo of the barn.
Oh yeah.
Ball's in the dirt. It's going to get past the catcher. Bryce will cruise into second, take a long turn at second, and will stay there. So Bryce Robson now in scoring position.
Here you go.
There it is. Blue barn. It's just out of the video, but down the third base line outside the chain link fence. There's a blue barn.
It's significant.
Better run. Ball off the bat, up the first baseline, and Nolan is out on the 1-3 putout. The ball was behind Nolan, but as you heard in the field mic, it went off his bat, and Nolan just kind of stood there. I'm sure he knew it went off the bat, but he did not know it was in fair territory.
Those are definitely interesting when you're thinking that the ball's behind you. And that goes to sacrifice, got the runner
That's what I was
up.
going to say. Yeah, he moved him over to third. That's a good at-bat.
Did what you need to do.
Lindsay will bring the infield in on the grass, try to cut off this run here at third. Jackson Waddell to the plate.
I can assure you at this point, if I know that, as Jim alluded to, need one or two, but trying to get a run in to get to the run rule point, if I'm Coach Casey Porter, I'm going, hey, it's a balk. Oh,
That was discernible. Pitch is outside for a ball. Jackson scored twice today, singled, stole 2 bases, has also walked. Jackson leads the offensive categories for the Blue Jays. I think in every category except for maybe 1, maybe 2, as this pitch is low for another ball.
home runs?
Does not lead that one in home runs. That's Kowalski.
Triples.
I think he does lead it in triples, yes. He's got 2 triples on the year. He's tied for team lead in triples. 3-0 pitch inside for ball 4. And that'll bring Ashton
Now batting
Hartley
number
to the
32,
plate.
Ashton Hartley.
First and third for the Blue Jays. Hartley had an RBI ground out in the first, struck out in his last at-bat back in the third. Not a good at-bat, so Ashton trying to redeem himself a little bit here. A little throw to first, back easily.
Did you see where he was looking?
Was he looking home?
Yeah.
Jackson has stolen 2 bases so far today. Not moving here as this pitch is outside for a ball.
I mean, how do you stand there as an umpire and look at that and just let it go? That's what gets me.
Yeah, again, any umpire can get that, whether it be in the field or behind the plate. 1-0 pitch. Ashton puts a bunt down, fielded by the pitcher. His only play will be at first base after you look. Bryce back at third. Moving up to second base is Jackson, so now you have 2 runners in scoring position. And here comes Austin Gellenbeck, who's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. So Coach Casey Porter saw Austin on deck, who's 2 for 2 today, and got 2 guys in scoring position for him. That's knowing the lineup well there to get 2 guys in scoring position. First pitch is down low for a ball.
Is that what that was?
See, if I brag on it, then I'm just bragging on my radio partner and my good friend. So I was trying to catch myself at how to do that the right way without. So I just say, well, just be honest with it and just go with it.
Right.
Swing and a miss there.
I mean, if we're going to be honest with it and go with it, then let's talk about what really happened with the phone.
With the phone?
Yeah. Did I not say that you have something communicating with something elsewhere?
Well, you were guessing, though. There's a ball hit to the shortstop. Actually going to hit Jackson Waddell, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Jackson out with the, as he's hit by the batted ball, and that will end the inning. And for the first time today, the Blue Jays do not score in the half inning.
6 unassisted on
No
the
runs, no hits. And there were 2 men left on base, no errors for Lindsay in that
4,
inning
7
as
to 1,
well.
Guthrie.
4 innings complete. Blue Jays on top of Lindsay Lippert, 7-1. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs. or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
We move to the 5th inning here in Chandler. It is the Mark Howard Memorial Tournament. Game number 2 of 4 today. There'll be 4 games tomorrow as well. If the Blue Jays can hold on to this lead and win, they would play PC West tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. If
Attention please on to hit 4.
Lindsay were to hold on and lose this game, they would play in a 10 o'clock game against Bethel. So the loser of this game, 10 o'clock. The winner of this game at 12:30 tomorrow. No broadcast tomorrow.
Get your pencil out. We have a substitution. Pinch hitting is Taylor Hughes, number 21.
Taylor Hughes in the 8th spot.
Sure hear that wind in the field, Mike, today.
0-1 pitch is a ground ball to Bryce Robinson. See if he can field this one cleanly, and he does. And that boy, Bryce. 4-3 put out. 1 up and 1 down. We move to the bottom of the lineup.
Anybody number 4, Brennan Fuller.
Fuller,
The pitcher.
who came in relief, will get his first at bat here. Bats on the right side. Nolan face 3 in the 4th, trying to continue that streak here as this pitch is outside. Nolan with 7 strikeouts so far here this afternoon. He's going to plunk Fuller. Leopards will have their man on base and will move to the top of the lineup, and Garrett Standridge.
4, Lindsay. Center fielder number 6, Garrett Standridge.
Center fielder 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to Jackson to begin the ball game and struck out in his last at bat in the 3rd inning. Gets his 3rd look here at Nolan Gagnon. Nolan set at the chin, delivers. Pitch is inside for ball number 1. Blue Jays in the 11th game of the year started off red hot 5-0, but have lost 5 of their last 6. Seen some good pitching along the way though, as the ball is lifted up on the right side and will be out in foul territory. Blue Jays will again come back here tomorrow in Chandler. And then won't be in action until Tuesday when the Hennessy Eagles come to town on Tuesday, March 27th as a junior varsity game. And that's the only game of the week for the Blue Jay varsity squad, so be a good time to get some practice time in. The junior varsity will be hosting a tournament at Squires Field next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So a lot of baseball next week if you want to head out to Squires Field. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, varsity on Tuesday, then the JV tournament on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Of course, there's some rain expected early next week. We'll see how that plays in. 3-2 pitch on the way with 1 out. Looked like Nolan was aiming that pitch, and that one's down low for ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a base on ball begins the 5th inning after collecting the first out. 2 spot in the lineup is Jack Holden to the plate, second baseman. 0 for 1 strikeout. Has scored the only run for the Leopards after he walked in the 3rd. Nolan just looking for strikes here. His defense has been pretty good behind him today. This one softly hit to Bryce. Actually to Jackson. They both drop it. Bryce needs to touch second base. Instead, he'll go to third base. They just touch it there and throw to second.
Got to tag him.
Not in time. On the force. Force plays Tony Wilson.
Force.
Yeah. So you have a routine 6-5 for the second out. And a fielder's choice for Holden. You know, Coach Casey Porter's Infield fly rules, the only thing I can think he maybe would want here, still going to be just one out. There was no base running interference or anything like that. Even if you do get the infield fly, it's still first and second. So
No, there's no force.
drop ball.
If you're taking the infield fly rule,
Well, that's what I'm saying. If
runners may advance at their own risk. There is no force to the infield fly.
I got you. Yeah, we'll talk about, but there was no signal for an infield fly.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of a little blooper type. 6-3 put out. After all that, Lindsay will give up no runs. There were no hits, and how many did they leave on base, Tony?
2.
Left 2 on base. They've left 5 in the ball game. We head to the home half of the 5th. Jay still on top, 7-1. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oaks, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FD.
He lives in Wagner. I live in Catoosa. We got 2 from Catoosa, 3 from Miami, 1 from Shakota.
He's a rep local.
Yeah. Oh, hey Tim. I
Oh,
didn't see
yeah.
you.
Why do I know your name? I told Chris
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
yesterday that name just.
He used to umpire my games back in the 80s.
The 60s.
That's because he's old. So where do you
Home
practice?
half of the 5th inning.
We practice in Tulsa.
Here in Chandler, Oklahoma. Leading things off will be Evan Kowalski, Zach Poplin to follow, and Brody Hinkle is in the hole. Blue Jays back at the bats after not scoring in the 4th inning. Jay scored 4 in the first, 1 the second, 2 in the third. First pitch
Hang on
of
for
the
Guthrie,
5th
right
for the
fielder.
Jays. It's ball 1 to Evan Kowalski.
Number 17, Evan Kowalski.
1 for 2, singled in the first inning, grounded out to the shortstop as the 1-0 pitch is upstairs for a ball. Evan entered the ball game hitting .353 on the season. Evan had a double yesterday in the loss to Noah. Pitch. This one hit the right field. Ogletree underneath this one. And will make the catch in right field. Poplin to the plate, 0 for 2 today. Strikeout victim in the first and reached on an error in the third. Jays could end this game in the 5th if they were to get 2 runs. The run rule would be in effect 8 after 5. Jays need some base runners before they start thinking about that as the first pitch is outside for ball number 1.
About to get one. About to get a base runner.
About to get a base runner?
Yeah.
Ball 2.
Halfway there.
Bon Jovi.
No, I didn't say living on a prayer.
No, but halfway there. Yeah. Just play along.
Okay.
Ball 3 upstairs. You're 1 pitch away from having your base runner.
Maybe we can meet in the middle. Oh, that's tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night.
Yeah. Sugar Creek.
Exit 101. I played golf there before.
Me too.
3-1. Actually, Casey Porter and I went to Romano's and went Tongue in the morning and then made the trip over to Sugar Creek later that day and played another.
It used to be a state course park as well.
Yeah.
Red Rock Canyon or something.
3-1. Down the middle. Called strike. 3-2.
Is that number 9 that you go straight down the cart path?
Been too long ago. Yes. I remember
where
straight
it's
down.
just
Yes.
almost death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that. And it was blazing hot that day. 3-2 pitch to Poplin. Ball 4, and the Jays have a base runner.
Are you a golfer?
Yeah, I got the Chamber of Commerce tournament, the United Way tournament, the Guthrie High School Hall of Fame tournament.
All scrambles.
All scrambles, yes. I'm good for about
4 rounds a year.
8 to 10 shots a round.
Nice. Courtesy running, Gavin Bryson.
Yep, Gavin Bryson will come back in. The courtesy run for the catcher position.
How about number 1 left fielder, Brody Hinkle.
Brody Hinkle to the plate. Brody walked in his last at bat. Get his first look here at the left-handed throwing Fuller. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Jays today, again, 7 runs on those 6 hits, and they take advantage of 3 Lindsay Leopard errors. 0-1 pitch. Brody shows bunt, bunts it in the batter's box, picked up. I'm guessing is what that ruling is for a strike. Brody down on the count now. No balls in 2 strikes. Gavin with the short lead at first and a throw over to first base. Fuller set, comes to the plate. Pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good 0-2 pitch there by Fuller. The Blue Jays will play in 3 tournaments this year. The Chandler tournament, Southern Oklahoma Invitational. Gavin almost picked off at first. Gets back in there. Southern Oklahoma Invitational being played in Duncan. Blue Jays will see some teams down in the south part. See some 5A District 1 teams as well. The teams that they could see come regional time. And then, of course, Guthrie will host the 89er Invitational. Another throw over to first base.
I believe we're in that.
Yes, Chandler will make the trip over there again.
Who are the teams in it?
You got Guthrie Chandler, Midwest City, Ponca City, Clinton.
The Kelly Gaunts, huh?
Yes. One more team I'm forgetting about. Gavin trying to steal second base. Throw down is in time, but not near the bag. And Gavin has a stolen base and is in scoring position. Bethany's in that tournament.
Is that 6 or 7 stolen bases today for the Jays?
Yeah. Marcellus has 3 by himself. Jackson has 2. That's 5. Gellenbeck has 1. That's 6. Poplin has 1. That's 7 stolen bases.
Trouble.
Ball hit to center field, and as Tony mentioned, it is trouble. Gavin will see it down, will go into third base as he had to remain still, and Brody Hinkle picks up a much-needed base hit for him. See if that gets going. We talked about Brody.
To the top of the order, number 3, Marcellus Owens.
Had a good start to the season, has kind of hit one of those baseball lows as many players will go throughout the season. So Brody gets a much-needed base hit. See if that kind of gets the confidence going today, tomorrow, and into early next week. And that brings Marcellus Owens to the plate. First and third, so Brody represents the game-winning run over at first base. Still 1 out.
We need to get him to second because Marcellus will drive him in.
Brody's got good speed over at first base as well. Have not seen really a Jays, again, I mentioned those 7 stolen bases, really haven't been close to being put out any of those. So I would think Brody would be in motion here on the next couple of pitches. There's a called strike.
Like this one?
Main thing is not to get picked off when you do take off. That's the only thing you got to avoid. Don't get picked off and you'll probably make it. Coach Hayden Seifert in the third base coach's box gives the signs out. There goes the Brody.
Oh, wow, what a
perfectly
bunt.
placed bunt by Marcellus, and there's not a play anywhere to be made for Newey. Pitcher got away with the balk as well.
That third baseman is very lucky that he didn't throw the ball, or Hinkle would have been standing on third.
RBI bunt single for Marcellus, and now the walk-off winning run is at second base.
Number 5, Bryce Robinson.
Pitch to Bryce Robinson is upstairs for ball 1. Bryce had an RBI ground out in the second. He's 0 for 2 today, did walk back in the 4th inning. Ball lifted to right field. Ogletree has it played perfectly. Brody not tagging up at second base, and there's now 2 outs in the inning.
Oh, man. This is where that balk becomes more important, Chris.
Tournament officials, umpires, home team looking for that magical last run.
Well, here it comes with Gagnon.
Yeah, Nolan doubled and scored in the first inning. Had a couple of ground ball outs, though, on the infield. First pitch is in the dirt, and that's going to allow Brody to move up 90 feet. Winning run in 5 innings is now at 90 feet.
Winning pitcher will be Gagnon. Walk-off RBI, Gagnon.
Still won't get into player of the game.
Jeff Matheny.
Yep. 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2.
We'd take a wild pitch.
Absolutely.
Or a balk. Can we get that balk? Can I just open the window and yell, that's a balk?
Hour 44 long so far in this one. 2-0 pitch. Nolan sends one to deep right field. Right fielder going toward the line. Is it fair or foul? And it is a foul ball.
That ball was turned on.
Brown's crew will have to hold off for at least another pitch now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nolan in line to get the win on the mound. He would move to 3-2 if he can hold on to that.
Good gosh, if he doesn't, we're going to have a 5-hour game.
Tournament rules would not allow that. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, what happens if they were to score
well, I say
7?
Tournament rules wouldn't be, but it still
game
could
rules,
be.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Dead ball hit Nolan. Bases are loaded. Jackson Waddell to the plate.
Hey, so let's go back to that play that Coach Porter came back out in the last half inning, where he had the runners at first and second. I guess it's a full inning ago. So, do you think that's what he was asking? If it was an infield fly?
I think that's yeah.
Well, I didn't even see the ball. How was the trajectory?
Well, I thought maybe he was going to get down in front of Jackson and Brody, in front of the bag. Kind of a little blooper type deal.
Is there a height requirement?
Umpire's judgment.
So the runners may advance at their own risk, but there is no force, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So he could make Coach Porter say, hey, did you have infield fly? Because if you did, then I have an out there and I have an out at third because he advanced on his own.
But there's no force.
Ground ball game.
There you go. What'd I tell you about that over there?
Jackson Waddell will reach on the air, and that will allow Brody Hinkle to come home and score the game-winning run. The Blue Jays will win this ball game in 5 innings by a final score of 9-1. The Blue Jays are back in the win column. A much-needed win today on this Friday afternoon. They are now 7-5 overall. Again, the Blue Jays with a 9-1 win today. We'll take a timeout and come back and wrap it up here from Chandler as Blue Jays pick up the win over the Class 3A Lindsay Lipperts 9-1. This is Blue Jay Baseball.
I'm Brian Sturkle with Interbank. You can bank on Guthrie's home team, the banking professionals at Interbank. Our decision makers and the people who serve you work closely together to provide responsible service and personal attention. We appreciate your business and look forward to seeing our friends in Guthrie and the surrounding communities at the Blue Jay football games. We're located at 224 East Oklahoma, or you can reach us by phone at 282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
When you're hungry, here's a little trick. Jump in the car and head to Golden Chick. When it's gotta be great and it's gotta be quick, you gotta get your tenders at Golden Chick. Golden Chick, for the best chicken, you know what to do. Golden Chick, sides and rolls made fresh for you. Golden Chick, just one bite and you'll forget the rest. The original and still the best. Golden Chick.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back here for the final time in the Mark Howard Park Mark Howard Memorial Tournament, Chandler, Oklahoma, day 2 of 3. And the Blue Jays are in the win column as they take down the Lindsay Leopards. Final score 9-1. Blue Jays snap a 2-game losing skid, and Lindsay has now dropped 5 ball games in a row. And Tony Wilson joined me here in this postgame. Blue Jays got to a good start, 4 runs, 4 hits in the first inning, and scored in every inning today except for 1.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier in life once you jump out ahead like the Jays did today to pick up those 4 runs in the first, and really never any threat. And Gagnon threw the ball well today for the Jays, and really never faced a whole lot of trouble. Gave up that 1 lone run, but other than that, give up a base runner here, but pretty efficient day for today.
Blue Jays, as you see, 9 runs today on 8 hits. Blue Jays collected 4 hits in the first inning, a hit in the second, a hit in the third, and then 2 more hits in the 5th inning as they hit the ball well today against 2 left-handed pitchers that Lindsay threw out there today. And Blue Jays play errorless free baseball. Lindsay commits 4 errors, and those errors haunted them in that final score. Both teams left 5 on base, but as you mentioned, Nolan Gagnon was able to throw strikes early and often ran into a few troubles staying in the zone, but was able to regroup and get out of the inning as this ball game goes 2 hours and 14 minutes. Or excuse me, not 2 hours. I didn't do my math right. That would be, it was over at 2:14, so we went 24 hour 36.
Somewhere in that vicinity.
12:38.
Started at 1:38, right?
12:38.
12:38.
So, anyway, Blue Jays.
It wasn't 2:16 like yesterday.
It was, it was not like yesterday's marathon ball game. So, Blue Jays will advance to the 5th place game tomorrow here in Chandler. That will be a 12:30 broadcast, and they will take on the Class 6A PC West Patriots. Again, no broadcast tomorrow, so we will join you next week when the Blue Jays schedule take on the Oklahoma City Broncos. Is that right? On Tuesday? No, excuse me, that's Hennessy. Hennessy on Tuesday, that game inside Squires Field. So hope you can join us that night at the ballpark. If not, we'll have the broadcast here.
Bring your umbrella.
Bring your umbrella. Could be a washout. We'll see. We'll watch the weather. But, Tony, always great to come here, Chandler, and great hospitality, great tournament. Get to see some different teams throughout the in the smaller schools, and then it's always fun to see somebody different. Guthrie, it's Piedmont, El Reno, Carl Howard, Western High. She's kind of blah, blah, blah. It's always good to come to these tournaments and see different teams and good quality baseball as well.
Thanks for letting me join you, and we always enjoy having you, and you're always welcome.
Absolutely appreciate that. Final score for the final time here, day 2 of the Mark Howard Memorial Tournament. The Guthrie Blue Jays take down the Lindsay Leopards. Final score 9-1. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll do it all again on Tuesday when the Blue Jays host the Hennessy Eagles. Until then, have a great night, a great day, great weekend, all that good stuff. And as always, go Blue Jays.